Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So like you all know that previously on we have started a new tutorial series of C++ in which we have covered up really different things, and I hope you enjoyed all the videos which we have covered up yet in this series. So in this video I will be telling you that what is array size in C++. Like we have learned about omit array size in previous video of C++ and I hope you enjoyed and you have learned things from that video. But omit array size is a different thing which we use in C++, and today I will be telling you only about array size, like what is array size, how to use it, and if we are using array size, so what are the elements we have to use when we are using it with C++. So this video will be really amazing and I hope you'll be learning things from this video. So if you understand this video and if you learn things from this video, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like I've told you in the start that today in this video I will be telling you that what is array size. Like in previous video we have already learned about what is omit array size, but that was a different thing, so don't mix that tutorial or that video with this one, because in this video we are only learning about array size, because omit array size and array size has a difference between them, so we need to make a difference that what is array size and what is omit array size. So now we'll be understanding it what is array size here. So if we talk about array size, so get the size of an array. To get the size of an array you can use the size of operator. Means if you want to get a size of a array, or if you want to adjust the size of an array, so you can use the size of operator here, and you can just see example here of the size of array. Like if you want to set a size of an array, so you can use this operator, and you can just see example like how I have used this size of operator here. Like I have created this size of, in which I have written my numbers. But remember, when you're writing any of array here, so you need to just explain about that array at the top line as well. So means the C++ will have a more, you can say, a idea about like why you are creating this array, or what you have created in the array, all that things. And after that you need to add the array name in your size of operator, so that the size of an array can be defined perfectly. So the result you will be getting as 20, because the size is 20 here, that's why. Now if we talk about that why did the result show 20 instead of 5, so when the array contains 5 elements, it is because the size of operator returns the size of a type in bytes. Means normally if we see the size of array, it is 5. Like if we see 1 10 2 20 3 30 4 40 and 550, means these are the 5 numbers, so obviously the size of my array should be coming as 5. But why it is showing 20? The answer is because the size of operator return the size of type in bytes. Means it will be returning the value in bytes when we are using the size of operator. Normally if I am using my numbers and then I will be printing these things, so you will be getting answer as 5 because numbers are 5. But if you're using size of an array with this size of operator, so you will be getting size of type in bytes, so that's why the answer is coming as 20. Now in previous video when we have learned about data type, so in that we have learned about init type, which is usually 4 bytes. So from the example above, 4 multiplied by 5, 4 byte multiplied by 5 is 20, so that's why 4 multiplied by 20, so the answer is coming as 20, because it is multiplying 4 bytes here with 5 bytes, because we have 5 elements in our array, you can say. So that's why it is multiplying the 4 data type. Means init is a data type, so it will be containing as number 4, and that's why it is multiplying 4 by 5, and the answer is coming as 20 bytes, so the result is coming as 20 as well. Then if we see how to find out that many element an array has, you have to divide the size of the array by the size of the first element in the array. Means if you want to find out that how many elements are in array, so you have to divide the size of the array by the size of the first element in the array which you're getting. Like the first element I'm getting in this array is 10, so I'll be multiplying 10 with 4, so the answer you will be getting is 40. So the answer you will be getting that how elements you are getting in array, so it will be result as 40. Then this is another example that how you can use array with length and with size of operator to get a different output here. So the answer will be coming as 5, because right now the size which we are using of array is 5, and we are using this operator, means the size of operator with array length operator, so that's why it is showing the array length normally, which is 5. Now if I move down, so if you want to use these things with loop through an array with size of operator, so you can use it like in the arrays and loops chapter we have already learned these things. So we wrote the size of the array in the loop condition I, which is an integer, and then we have used this less than 5. This is not ideal since it will work for arrays of a specified size. However, by using the size of approach from the example above, we can now make loops that work for arrays of any size, which is more sustainable. Instead of writing this thing, means if you like, you can use the different approach as well, which we have used in previous video, that we have not used size of operator there, but now we are using this approach because we can now make the loops that work for arrays of any size. Means if you want to use that loops for arrays which can be work in any size, so for that you need to use this size of operator, which is more sustainable than the approach we were using previously, because right now we are understanding about array size, and when we are using array size, so this size of operator is really, you can say, a good thing which we can use here with loops and with arrays as well. Like if I'm using loops through an array with size of operators, how you can do that? You cannot use this example which is the previous one. You can, instead of this, you can use this example here, in which we have used different size of operators here, and with that we have printed our arrays here with count, so that we can get a different output. Now this is another example which we have used, like in here we have used the version of C++11 which was created in 2011, and you can also use for each loop here, which is even cleaner and simpler. Means we are using for loop here, but if you are using for each loop, so you can do that as well, because it is much cleaner and simpler for you. But I will be preferring you to use for loop here, because right now we are a beginner and we don't know that how to use for each loop, because I have not told you that. But in coming up videos we will be understanding that how we can use these things with different other loops and arrays as well. But right now we are understanding that first of all that how we are getting this 20. So I have told you that thing, or if you don't know, so you can read this example in detail and you can just see that how we are getting the answer as 20. So what I'm going to do is, first, like, I'll be copying this first example here and I will be moving to my Replit IDE. So I'll be opening my Replit IDE here, because I was using this IDE previously as well, and then I'll be selecting my first IDE which was omit array size, and I'll be changing it to array size in C++. Press enter. After pressing enter, you can just see that REPL name has been changed to array size and our REPL is just working here. After that, you need to remove all the things and you have to write starting codes, and in that you have to paste all the things which you have copied. So we have copied our first example here. So my REPL is booting, just we have to wait a while till it is working. Now I will be writing a starting code first, which is include IOStream, like this, and after that simply we have to add another thing which is using namespace std, which is another important thing here if we are using. Then you have to move down, create init main function like this, and paste all the things which you have copied. But remember, when you're doing this, you have to return a value as 0 as well, so that the answer will be printed as correctly, not giving any error. So I will be running it here. After running, you can just see answer is coming 20, which I have told you, because right now we are, means C++ what it is doing, it is multiplying data type with this array. So the value in data type is 4, and if we talk about the value in our array, so the numbers which we are having in arrays, the size of array is 5. So that's why when data type is multiplying 4 by 5, so the answer is coming as 20. So that's the thing. I hope you understand that. So what I'm going to do is, now I will be copying the second example here, because I hope you understand that why we are getting the answer as 20. So now we'll be copying the second example and we'll be seeing that we are getting the same answer like we are getting here as 5. So we need to check that thing as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'll be moving here, paste these all things, save it, and then run. After running, you can just see the answer we are getting is, or you can say the output we are getting is 5, because obviously we are getting 5 numbers. The size of our array is 5, so that's why we are getting 5 printed in output. But we have used here size of operator as well, but with that we have used get array length, which is a element which we used when we have to get the output as the array size which we are getting. So the array size is 5, so that's why the array length is also coming as output 5. Now what I'm going to do is, I'll be copying the third example which we have seen here. So I will be moving down and then I'll be copying third example. I'll be moving on to my Word file here. Then if I move down, and this is the third example, but this is not the thing which we have to write, we can use instead of this. So I will be copying this thing and I'll be moving on to Replit, paste it, and now run it again to get the output. So now output we are getting is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Why we are getting this output? Because right now we are using this I value here and we are getting this I plus plus, which means that you need to write all the values here, not to define only the array size. So that's why we are getting all these array values printed in our output. And I hope you understand that why we are getting, because right now we are using this I plus plus, which defines that the data which you have written in your array should be printed in the output, and that's why we are getting it. So I hope you understand. We have used same thing with size of operator, because this size of operator is used when we have to define any array size. So this is the third example which we have seen now. So I'll moving on to the fourth example here, which is the last example. We will be seeing what output we are getting here. So I'll be copying this thing now, paste this here, and then you can save or not, and normally you can run it. After running, the output we are getting is same as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, means all the array values we are getting printed, because in arrays we have written these 5 values. So obviously the answer is coming also as these 5 values printed. So you can just see that. And if we just see this I means that integer, and in integer we have written 5 numbers, and in data type as well. So that's why we are getting these 5 numbers printed as our output. So I hope you understand that how we are getting these things working and how we are getting different output here. So if you have understand this video about array size here in C++, so remember to hit a like to this video, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing, hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. And you can also see my previous video which we have uploaded on this C++ tutorial, so you will be having a more clear about all the things that we are working here with C++. So just I'll be meeting you next project or in next tutorial video using C++ from start. So for today, good, bye.